everyone, welcome back to my channel. A late whip and chat this week, a stitching chat. Just I've been, you know, really busy in the house as usual, doing the garden and stuff. So it just ended up a bit late, but today I'm going to put out a late one, and I'm working on my Everyday Deals Mario cross stitch piece, my stamped kit, and you can see I've already done quite a lot, so I'm still working on up here in his hat. It's looking pretty good actually at the moment. I have dropped down and done a little bit down there as well. So grab a project, grab a drink. I forgot to make a drink, so I'll have to do one after, and come and sit with me. We've been trying to get the back garden sorted a little bit. The eucalyptus trees that we put in a number of years ago, I think it's been about 7 years now. Anyway, when we bought them, they were like, some of them were 1 foot high. They were fairly new trees. I think there was 2 small and then 2 medium ones we bought. Well, they're all the same size now. You know, we planted them and they just seem to shoot up. Mrs. Wood had one. We gave one to our neighbour just because they grew bigger than we thought they would, to be fair. Oh my gosh, they must be 13, 14 feet high. So, like, we give Tyler a saw. He's pretty responsible. We give him a saw. He climbs the trees and he just lops the tops completely off, just because they must have been about 16 feet high with the bits he chopped off. He come down with a few scrapes and scratches and what have you, but I don't know. Maybe it's the boy in him. He enjoyed climbing the trees, you know. But yeah, we've been trying to sort the garden. We have a green wheelie bin, which all the garden waste and, you know, leaves and whatever, you can put them all in there. And then the green bin wagon comes round every 2 weeks and empties it, and they turn it into compost. Well, by the time we'd put the first bunch of branches and stuff in that Tyler had sawn off, it was full. So now they've emptied it Tuesday. I've now got to refill it again with all the other stuff that's there. And I don't think even that's all going to fit in one. It's even come to the point sometimes where we've had Tyler just stand in the green bin and sort of squash everything down. It's quite funny. And then just weed killing everything because stuff started to grow through the slabs on the patio and
the stones.
Yeah, and even though we've got like a border around the outside of the garden that's all chip-ins, it just makes the edge of the garden look, I don't know, we like it that way. It makes it look tidier for us. Oops. And we even put down, it's like this material stuff. It's meant to stop weeds growing through. It doesn't. I still have weeds. So I've been spraying all of those. There's a bush out the front that needs trimming. That's like just gone wild the past year or so. So I've got to chop that down. Not completely, just, you know, bring it back into a more manageable size. So I've got to do that in the next couple of weeks. I've never really been a massive green fingered person, green thumbs, whatever. But if it looked really pretty and I didn't have to get it to that point, then I could maintain it. Maintaining I'm not so bothered about. But it's the getting it there. The slabs on the patio need a pressure washer on it. You know how you just get all that stuff that sits on top of the slabs and it just doesn't come off. unless you pressure wash it. Yeah, we've got that, so it's looking a little bit worn and a little bit tired. Mind you, it's been down, it's 7 years, I think, the patio. We had it put in. It's been in a good 7 years, I think, because it was after Rob's dad died. So it's done pretty well. It's still going. But I have got plant boxes, and I've got a special one that's got trellis attached to the back where I can put climbers if I wanted to. I did do that the one year. But just the last couple of years I've just not felt like, you know, really doing some gardening. It's not my thing. I can maintain a garden if it's nice, but I'm not one of these that can just go, right, we're going to renovate the garden and we're going to put this here and that there. And I like a simple garden, hence why we put in chip-ins around the edges of the garden. So now all we've got is like a little patch of grass that we have to keep tidy, whereas before it was 2 big patches of grass. And then the front garden was another massive patch of grass, which we also put chip-ins down there as well. And it's easily maintained. I don't mind putting a plant tub on there or something with some flowers in. That doesn't bother me. I'm just not a massive gardener. Weird really, because I think my mum and dad were. Dad more so. But yeah. So that's going to be in a couple of weeks, over the next couple of weeks I should say. Then I've had a new start today because I did my 2,500 stitches on my Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which I seem to have bombed through that next page down. But I think I'm going to, instead of doing it pages, I'm going to do shelf by shelf, because it's taken 2 pages to do the first shelf. So I've dropped down and I'm on the second row of pages now, but I might just keep going down till I hit the next, mind you, no, not this time, because I've just hit the shelf now, so I might as well just go across and finish the top shelf. Then when I drop down again, just drop down low enough to do the whole of the next shelf in one as I go across. I keep getting knots, it's driving me insane. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but I even tried the wax the other day and I still kept getting knots. Perhaps I'm just not doing it right. It's in this special little thing where it's got a groove in it, and you can put your thread in there and pull it through, and I don't know. We'll drop down here actually, do these. See, another knot. Don't look at my back. It's not untidy, but it's not the tidiest. Sorry guys, but I am enjoying this one. I don't know if that's because I know Riley enjoys Mario, and it will be his when it's finished, so maybe it is. But I just seem to be bombing through this one. If I feel like stitching when I go upstairs of an evening, like I go up probably an hour and a half before I go to sleep, but that's just me winding down then. This tends to be the favourite project I take upstairs with me, so and I thought it'd be quite a hard choice actually when I was trying to think of one to take upstairs with me, because I've got, sorry guys, I've got so many, but I just picked this one straight up and that was it. But it's coming along so well. And then when I'm finished, you guys will get to see what one of their kits looks like finished. And then obviously I'm going to do the same for the all the other companies. I've got one, I've chosen a project from each one that I'm going to put on my priorities and finish, just, you know, so I can do a final review for it. The sun's out and it's so warm in here. It says 26 degrees. But as usual, I've got the door shut, which the sun is in this room from about midday, all afternoon and all evening. So it's quite the heat trap in here. Even though I've got the blinds shut, you can still feel the heat. And I think I've got the start of an headache. I think that's just down to the temperature, like the pressure in the air. It's been really weird the last couple of days. It's been warm, but there's been this cool wind. It's really odd. I don't know. We've been quite hit and miss a lot lately with the weather. It's like been really, really nice one day, then the next it's been absolutely miserable. Anyway, Tyler went away yesterday. He's spending nearly a week away with his girlfriend and her family. So he packed his bag yesterday. He was excited but nervous, just because he knows all her family. He's met all her family, and you know. But I think it's just that they're taking him away, and he's just, it's something new for him. That's the point. Tyler has anxiety and stuff when it comes to things he's not used to, or things that are out of his comfort zone. So me and Ellie are having to cover his papers, which is no fun. My legs, honestly, I had to cover, me and Ellie, we covered Tyler's last weekend. I think it was last weekend. No, it wasn't. The weekend before, Tyler had said, I want to go to my girlfriend's and spend the weekend, so can you do my Saturday papers? So we said yeah. What I'd forgot was the other lady who does the paper rounds as well, she's got her own round. She asked me if I could cover the 14th, I believe it was. Anyway, I just, for some reason in my head, hadn't made the connection that they were both the same day. So not only did we have Ellie's papers, we had Tyler's papers and the other ladies too.
And shopping.
And then we went shopping after. My goodness, me and Ellie walked our socks off. 2.5 hours it took us to deliver all those papers.
3.5.
No, it was 2.5.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
No, that was with the shopping.
Yeah, that was with the shopping.
So, and we're covering Tyler's up until Thursday-ish. He'll probably text me later and say, can I come back Friday? And then it will probably transpire to Saturday. Honestly, I'm just praying the other lady doesn't have any time off now, because that's really going to be bad for me and Ellie. And even though it's Ellie's round, she won't walk it by herself. So poor old mum has to go with her. So, I don't know. My eldest went on holiday last weekend. I believe he's due back today. Oh, I got a knot. Yeah. They were taking Logan swimming. He was all in his little swimsuit and everything, ready to go. And because they've gone to a caravan park. I'm not sure if it's like a haven or something like that, you know, where you get activities and stuff to do. I'm not sure. But Logan was well happy. Time flies, man. He's like going to be 2 this October. His words are already coming in. He's starting to say little words. But my son and his girlfriend, they both talk to him all the time. So I'm not surprised that he's picking up words now. They do talk to him quite a lot. And he goes to nursery too, so he goes to the nursery that Reese's girlfriend works in. But he's in a different room to her. It's just the way they do things. But he is cute, bless him. So have you guys been up to anything exciting? The only excitement around here is stitching and gardening, but that's not really exciting. Not really.
He's excited after it's done.
Yeah. Tomorrow I've got another new start. I said I was going to start one Saturday, one Sunday, didn't I? Well, I've started the Saturday one. I haven't done too much on it just because I've been busy. My brother rang, which is usually a good couple of hour phone call because we don't speak too often, you know, so he'll ring me every couple of weeks and it'll be a long conversation. So, and they always make me laugh, so that and the temperature and the pressure of the air and everything has just contributed to my headache, I think. So when I finish this video, I'm going to go and do something about that. That bright orange on here, it stands out more than that in real. In real life it stands out more, it's brighter, but it seems to just look amazing on camera. And I've been trying to do a bit of the black and then a bit of the colour, a bit of the black and then a bit of the colour. There's not as much black on this one as there is on my others, especially with my silhouette ones. Well, it's not even black, it's 939, so or is it? Yeah, it is. I had to think then. It definitely is 939. But, like I said, there's not much. There's just a bit all around the edges. Let's unroll that. And a bit down there and up the side and there. So there's not too much. Let me just roll that back up. I like to have it folded in my hand perfectly. Ellie looked at me last night. She says, "You're not even stitching with the hoop." I said, "I know." I don't know why. I just prefer these ones to stitch them in hand with no hoop or frame or anything. I just roll up the fabric as and where it needs to be. If I'm further over this way, I'll roll this side and put a clip on it. So I'm going to post a picture later on when I've finished on my new start. It is a stamped kit, but it's not a full coverage one, so I'll post a picture on my Instagram later of how far I got on that today. And then tomorrow I'm going to start the bell kit, the Belle from Beauty and the Beast silhouette kit. And that'll top off my Stitch Mayhem. So thank you to all you guys who voted for my projects every week. It was fun. I did enjoy it. But you know, another plus note, I got 2,500 stitches done on my projects. So it's about 5,000, isn't it, on each? Yeah, 2,500. I did each one 2 weeks. So it's given them a really good boost. And I have enjoyed it, to be honest. Really, really enjoyed it. I think I need to focus on my Once Upon a Fairy Tale a lot more. Otherwise I'm going to be here till I'm 90 still stitching that thing. And then when I've finished it, I won't get to enjoy it because like I'll be at the end of my life. So my kids will get to enjoy it. Where's the fun in that? My dad asked me the other day, any new projects? I just laugh. He said, well, how many have you got? And I'm like, I don't even want to count. Because I know I've got too many. Well, is there such a thing as too many when it comes to cross stitch? I don't think so. It's just plenty of choice. Sometimes it makes the choice a little harder on what to work on, but I like having quite the varieties because then, you know, what takes my fancy one day won't the next, and, you know. But I did count them after I got off the phone to him. And I've got, not including my stamped kits, just on my my normal whips and my full coverages and all sorts. I think I counted 25 that are on the go. And then there's something like 21 stamped kits as well. But, like my dad said, is it therapeutic for you? I said yes. He said, well, there you go then. Justifies itself. Let's tie this in. It's not too untidy. I mean, I've got a couple of jumps here, but being as it's 3 strands, I can't do the loop start method. So I don't want to have to stop here to jump up here and start it again. So that was my justification for it anyway. Oops, everything's sliding. But it's looking good. Just got to fill in the M for Mario. I've forgotten what number that was. Blue, number 6. Did I only? Yes, I did only pull one off. And I found as well, if I'm super busy on a particular day and I take off one full strand of 6, and let's say I get through one set of 3 and I don't get, you know, time to pick up the other one, I put it through my needle, and then I put my needle, oh come on, that's it, and then I'll put my needle through the relevant symbol on here. So like the one I'm working on is number 6, this blue square, so I'll put my needle through there. So next time it comes to work on it, I know what colour I'm working on. Because quite often the kids have interrupted me and I've not ended up getting back to it, so I find that pretty good. Oh, and Ellie actually started, barely, the Moana piece I had. But I think she's discovered she's not a big fan of 11 count. she is quite happy with the 14 count kits.
Isn't 14 count smaller holes?
Smaller squares, not smaller holes.
I call them holes in the fabric.
But they make little squares.
I don't know.
But yeah, she's not a fan of the 11 count just because it's quite bulky, the threads and everything are as you're trying to work on it. But that's okay. She did make a start, and I said if she didn't want to do it, I'd do it. She just, the response I got was, no, basically. I said, I don't mind doing it. She's like, nope. So, does that mean she's going to pick it up and work on it a lot? Probably not. But I might just suggest to her, look, I'll help you out with it, you know. I'll do a little bit on it. And then you can do some on it. Find the hole. Thank you. What else have we been up to? Not a great deal. Binks has been a little devil. He's got this habit lately of waking everyone up. He'll walk around upstairs. I keep him in overnight just because I know where he is and I know he's safe then, and like as soon as I get up he can have his breakfast and he can go out and he can be out all day. So my alarm clock is usually about 7:30 in the morning, and just lately Binks has been parading round upstairs, meowing his head off quite loudly, usually between 7 and 7:15. It's like, come on, I want to get up, have my breakfast, and I want to go out. And he'll come and he'll put his paws on the side of my bed and he'll meow in my face. Or he'll jump up on my bed and walk across my head and he'll meow. He even tried to get under the covers between me and Rob the other morning. That was funny. I just felt his whiskers go down my back. And he keeps waking Riley up as well, and Ellie sometimes. Whoever he can get a fuss off, I think.
Yeah,
But
he sits there and begging for a fuss, constantly meowing the second it stops.
yeah, if you stop fussing him, he'll start meowing again. He's a little pain in the bum. And then when Tyler's here, if his door's open, he'll go in there and he will occasionally meow at Tyler. Not very often, but he will. And like Tyler's not here this week, so he was on the landing again this morning meowing his head off. I think it was something like 7:20 this morning, and I just thought, my alarm goes in 10 minutes. Really, Binks? Really? And then he popped out after having his breakfast, came back and spent the morning on Tyler's bed. So all that meowing just to go out and come back in again.
I think he's just nothing, like, it's just something to do with him. It's not like he wants to get up and go out, I don't think.
His personality's changing now that he's a little bit older. I think he's 5 now. His personality's changing. He's still quite a skittish cat. He doesn't like loud noises, and he really doesn't like it when Riley's being a mad one running around the house. It freaks him out. He doesn't like the sound of the bin man. He knows what day the bins are coming and he'll sit in the doorway by the back door and he won't go anywhere particularly. But like, he's never been one for fusses. Not really. He'll tolerate you giving him a fuss. That's about the extent of it. But just lately, he loves a fuss. And that's, you know.
The change.
Yeah, he's never been like that.
Of what happens to our cat and what does this cat.
Yeah. And Luna's just still Luna. She's nutty. She'll do a freak out session, you know, just randomly. And you'll hear her bum up the stairs. She's quite loud when she runs up the stairs. And then you'll hear her bomb back down again, and she's attacking the rug, or she's attacking my cardigan, and she'll just have a mad freak out session for 10 minutes. Then she'll find a bed and go sleep. It's like that was her exercise for today. And Binks is quite funny. If he's in the house and she's on one, you can just see him looking at her like, what on earth are you doing? He just gives her that look, like, are you crazy? It's funny. And then when you watch them play with each other, I don't know why he plays with her, because every time he gets his head pedalled, she lies on the floor. She's learned if she lies on the floor and Binks comes to her to play, she's in the better position on the floor. She can grab his head, pull it down and pedal it with her back feet. And yet Binks is so daft, because he'll walk away from that and you can see him thinking about it, like, what was that? Yeah. And then he'll go back again and I'm like, are you silly? He's mad. And then other times Luna will just walk past him and he'll tap her on the bum. Lord knows why. But he does, he'll just tap her on the bum and it'll make Luna jump. It's so sweet. When he's been out for a few hours and Luna's asleep on the back of the settee, he'll come in, just come waltzing in as he does, you know, all casual. And then when one of us says, hello, Binks, Luna will wake up really quick and you'll hear her trill at him. She'll sort of, meow, meow, and she'll go over and give him a little sniff. And then he'll put his paw in her face and say, all right, that's enough.
He doesn't like being sniffed by that.
No.
And then he'll take you to the fridge if you go near him.
Yeah. Oh, talking of animals, me and Ellie were in hysterics the other day. The last time I did Tyler's papers and we were out for 2.5 hours. We were in hysterics. We find like the weirdest things to laugh about, and we were walking behind this gentleman and his tiny, tiny little dog. I'm not even sure what it was, but it had sort of long fur. I mean, it was something you could have just picked up in your little hands, you know. Brown and white dog, gorgeous fur, long fur. And he was walking in front of us, and this little dog, he was trotting so fast just to keep up with his owner. But I know you're going to think I'm weird. I know I'm weird. I already knew that anyway, okay? But we were watching this little dog trot so fast to try and keep up with his owner. But it was, what we found funny was his fur. Because he got long fur underneath his tail, sort of on the back of his legs. Only as the little dog trotted, all this long fur that was on the back was just swaying like this, left and right as he was trotting. Me and Ellie were howling, absolutely howling at this dog. He was so darn cute. Whatever entertains you though when you're out on your papers and you're bored, you know. We do find some random stuff to laugh about. Ellie, we laugh at Ellie quite a lot because she gets her words mixed up. See what I mean? Even I'm doing it now. She gets her words mixed up. Or she'll do what I've just done. She'll switch the front letters between two words. I can't believe I said that right. As I said, she keeps messing her words up. I don't know. Like I said, I'm crazy. The kids know it. The kids are crazy too. What good is being normal? Normal's boring. I don't think there's a day goes by that I don't at least laugh at something during the day. And usually it is Ellie. Her and her words. Anyway. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes while I finish this, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for sitting with me while I stitch on my Mario piece. Well, it is mine until Riley has it. while I work on Mario. No doubt I will be back on him again later when I go for my chill time upstairs before bed. So relaxing to work on. I don't even have to think about counting stitches or, you know, don't not, thank you. I need to roll up that side. Trying to get my arm round it's a nightmare. Ow, that was my knuckle. Right, I'm just going to do these last 5 stitches. Then I'll let you guys go because that's half of this hat filled in already. And it's looking great. Quite excited to see how it turns out. And I know Riley will love it whatever, so.
What?
Mario.
Oh yeah.
Don't not. Thank you. This is all shifting and sliding and... Where am I? One more after this. Nope, wrong one. Alright. Well guys, I'm going to let you guys go. It has been fun talking to you guys and stitching on Mario. This is how he looks. Let's just move that out of the way. Looking good, and you can sort of see his face already in it. I can't wait to finish it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for sitting with me while I stitch on my Mario piece. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Enjoy the rest of it, and I will see you tomorrow for my regular flush tube. Take care, stay safe. Bye guys.